When launching, is it better to launch a different size variation as your next SKU or the same size but a different design? We'll use our product as an example right here. So basically the question is saying, let's pretend this was my product. This is my very first product that I'm launching. And let's say I only have the size small. If I understand the question correctly, it's basically asking, okay, this is what I'm launching with. This is my product offering. I have my size is a size small for my next SKU, because these are technically each a different SKU. This is a SKU. This is a SKU. For my next SKU, should I release a different size, or should I release a completely different design? I think that really depends on your product, on whether you should release a different size or a different design. If you're selling a product that requires, and when I say requires, I mean it's highly, highly recommended that you have multiple sizes, I would start with sizes. For example, a dog bandana that has a custom cutout that's not, a square piece of fabric that you roll a bunch of times. If we have a size small and a large, our size small only fits little tiny dogs like lap dogs. All the other big dogs who want bandanas, they can't buy our product unless we have a large size for them. So I'm kind of really tying myself down in the market by only offering our product to really small size lap dogs by only offering one size. If I offer a different design, I'm still narrowing myself down to only selling to lap dogs. I would rather think about size in this example first because I'm expanding my market instantly by offering a small and a size large. We're actually about to release size extra large for our products. But again, this comes back to like just doing a bunch of research about your market. Let's think about if you're going to sell like a hoodie. Let's do hoodies for men and see what shows up here. Okay, let's check this. This is cool. So let's say this is your brand. I can't even pronounce that, but this is your brand. You're like, I'm launching hoodies. I have three cool ideas for three hoodies. There's blue, and that one, and that one. So my question becomes, let's say this blue one is your very first product that you're going to sell. Do I stick with only a size small hoodie and then release the brown, or they're calling this green, release the green one and only have a size small hoodie? Or do I release just the blue one, but I have a size small, medium, large, extra, extra large, extra, extra large? I think the obvious answer here is you release multiple sizes, because if some, just think about the market. Like by only offering a size small hoodie, you are extremely narrowing your market to one, people who like this design, but two, people who wear size small hoodies. So your market's going to be really, really small versus by simply offering a small and a medium, you've expanded your market that much more. Small, medium, large, you expanded your market that much more. And personally, like for a hoodie, if I come to a listing, I'm like, whoa, these hoodies are really dope. And I come here and it's like, you only sell a size small? Like, what the heck? What kind of brand is that? Who doesn't sell multiple sizes of a hoodie? So, again, I think it really depends on your product and what it is you're selling. For clothing, the obvious answer is make sure you're offering the sizes you need to. Don't just launch and just launch with one size unless it's a one size fits all type of product. If that's the case, like a beanie, for example, I think beanies for the most part are like one size fits all. Great. Release a different design, but make sure you have the sizes that are necessary for your market. For our dog bandanas, the reason we didn't release a small, a large, and an extra large from day one is because we simply did our research on dogs in general. So we were doing our research about, just market research, Google, Instagram, asking, looking up data for people who own dogs. What is the most common breed of dog? What are the most common sizes of dog? And so we looked at this and realized, okay, we want to be a custom size, so we need to have multiple sizes. It's not a one size fits all type of dealio with us. So what sizes do we want to offer? Do we want to offer large, extra large, small, and large? Well, we figured, okay, small and large dogs, which would be like a small dog would be like a toy poodle, Pomeranian, small dogs like that, Yorkies. A large dog would be considered a lab, a golden retriever, those types of dogs. An extra large would be like a Saint Bernard, a Great Dane. Most people have the small and large dogs. That super, super sized dogs are not as common, first of all. The other thing is people who have small dogs like lap dogs, they're the ones who usually are more like trendy and hip with their dog, right? Like people with Pomeranians and those little dogs, they treat their dog like their child. Not that other people don't, but like it sits on their lap, they carry it around in the little purse, they dress it up, that sort of thing. So our type of really trendy bandanas cater really well to small dogs and we'll call them large dogs because a lot of people dress up their dogs like that. Now, people with St. Bernards and Mastiffs and huge pit bulls and stuff, those people aren't dressing up their dogs as cutesy as they are with Pomeranians. So we decided to not do this because there wasn't as much demand. But now that we've been in business for almost 2 years, we've seen what kind of demand we're getting for that. We've gotten messages on Instagram, people asking, hey, are you guys going to have bigger sizes? And we kind of just have been telling people, like, yeah, if we get enough demand. Yeah, if we get enough demand. And so now we kind of know what designs we want to offer an extra large for because they sell best. What's our best selling designs? But we also know how many, because that's another thing that's going to be really hard for you. Like when you launch your product and you're selling a hoodie, you're going to have to order small, medium, large, extra large, and maybe double extra large. Well, how many of each of those are you going to order? You're going to want to do your market research. You're going to want to literally Google most common sizes of hoodies. What size hoodies sell the best? Dig for as much data as you can find so that small, medium, large, extra large. Okay, when I place my first order of these, let's say large is the most common, I'm going to need 300 of those. Men's hoodies, we'll pretend these are men's hoodies. Extra large, maybe the second most common. I'm going to need 200 of those. I'm going to need 150 medium and 50 smalls. You might not know super, super well what these numbers are. We didn't know for ours when we launched. We kind of had to make an assumption based on market research. Now we know for Excel when we launch it, we know, is it 300 or is it 50? We know based on kind of the demand that we're getting how many we need to order for that. So I would say, again, kind of going back to the question of should we release a different size variation as the next SKU or the same size in a different design? Just think about your market, think about your product. Is your product something that really should and needs to have multiple sizes like clothing? Or is it something that would be better off releasing a different design next before you explore a bigger size? And it might depend on the size itself. Maybe a small and a large is what you start with and just do those and multiple designs before you tread into the realm of extra large or extra small. Maybe you do that. It all really comes down to your budget as well, because obviously you're going to have to invest in your first order, and you have to ask yourself, do I want to release an extra large? Like, is that in my budget? Or would I rather stick with small and large for now, see how they sell, and then come out with an extra large later? It's a tough question to ask, but that's kind of how I would go about thinking about that. And obviously for your specific product ideas, you can reach out, submit your questions to me personally, and we can kind of talk on a more personal level about that specific product idea.